Hi, this is Majinoni. Here's my review for Thunderbolts number 146. Um, there's going to be some spoiler warnings, so if you haven't read your book, then obviously come back later. Now, I'm really torn with Thunderbolts in that I like the team, but the art's kind of funky. And parts of me like some of the artwork, but parts of me doesn't like all of it. It's kind of hard to explain, I guess. Anyways, one part that I definitely find hard to believe is how Crossbones is using darts for his guns rather than real bullets. But what do you do? Anyways, if you remember before, you had the cave girl cutting Ghost, and then it actually went through, and when he was actually able to touch him. And lucky for him, Crossbones happened to come by, shoots the girl with a dart thing in her ear. Luke Cage throws a hissy fit until he explains, no, it's a dart, it's not a real bullet. And then they find out that it was a girl that was missing, and then she was, I guess, adopted by the trolls, and then, she's a tough SOB now. Anyways, you have Valkyrie staking claim over her because, it's Asgardian and stuff. And then you have Warden Walker. He's taking claim over her because she killed some people, and then she deserves to be thrown in jail. Now, I understand this is Valkyrie's look, but I really hate this hair. It looks horrible. I just want to take some scissors and just give her a haircut, because it is just not flattering. I don't think I could ever like Valkyrie if she keeps having that hairstyle. Well, lucky for the girl, Luke Cage decides to say, hey, this falls under Steve Rogers' jurisdiction, so let's let Steve decide, and they both agree to that. So they going into the next scene here. If you remember, they have those Inhuman crystal things. I forgot what those mist crystals. Well, some of that stuff was found in a cave, so they sent some scientists in there, some SHIELD agents in there. Nobody's coming out, so they want to send the Thunderbolts in there to see what's going on, rescue the people, and then shut it down. Well, and I was thinking, yeah, if you're going to do that, the Thunderbolts probably would be a good thing, because you don't want to really hurt real heroes in a case like this. So anyways, they give certain members need gas masks so that way they don't get mutated. They pass those out. They use Man-Thing to teleport them to the cave entrance, and Mach was supposed to watch over Man-Thing, but Man-Thing decides to walk in, so he gets to join the fun. Now, they find one of the UN soldier people impaled on the ceiling, and I kind of want to see what happened with that. Ghost goes through some walls, and he finds bodies, so they go to the spot, and it looks like here, as you can see, these people basically look like they've been in there for years, decades, and that shouldn't be, because of the fact that they were just sent down in there. Well, they find the crystals, and then that's when everything started to go crazy. They notice that Ghost does some checks the computer logs, and they find out that there's uranium underneath there, and the uranium is basically corrupting the crystals. And they hear Abe sends a distress signal for help because he's being surrounded. Luke Cage goes through. But he goes after him. Moonstone goes because she likes the alpha male types. Crossbones and Juggernaut kind of hang back a little bit. And what we find out is this here is one of the mutated UN, or SHIELD agents. And they're just attacking everything. I kind of like the monster design. I think the monster design looks really cool. It's kind of like a spider-ish because, if you notice the eyes, I like the teeth. I just like how it's very Cthulhu-like in a way with the tentacle-like things. It's very cool looking, I think. And anyways, what you're finding out is if you touch these things, it affects your skin, it causes intense pain. As a result, your cage goes down fast. Moonstone's doing alright until she gets touched and she goes down. And then Abe's down, so Ghost has to use one of his abilities that he didn't want them to know about, and that's basically fusing with his technology, or basically the armor. And he's basically left to start, taking care of some business. And Juggernaut comes in. He, like in what Juggernaut does is he plows right through one of the creatures. His exposed skin gets zapped, and then it's burning, and he goes down. So now you just have a Ghost, Crossbones, and Man-Thing left to deal with the mess. Now, this is like a weird picture, because on one hand I love the standoff the way this looks. On the other hand, it's like, what's the Man-Thing doing there? Because it doesn't quite make sense. They're turning him into more of a mindful superhero rather than what he is, that swamp creature thing. But I kind of like it. We'll see what happens. And if anything, I think Crossbones could do well just because of the fact that he's got the gun. Big gun. Obviously, Ghost is going to do well. We'll see what. I think the tide of battle is going to be a Man-Thing, though. Overall, I really like this issue. Though I thought the action was good. The characters are at least playing to character to a point. In that you can see them constantly bickering and why do we have to do this type thing. And I think it's so far it's still keeping my interest. I'll definitely get the next issue, and so far it's good. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the side. Subscribe to the channel, and who would you say would you want to see on Thunderbolts team? Do you think there's anybody missing, or do you think the team is good the way it is? So for me, I think the team is pretty good the way it is, even though I have some issues with who they put on it. Other than that, I think the team is pretty decent. Probably the Juggernaut's probably the one thing I kind of wish they didn't put on there, just because I think he's always overused, but I understand that they need somebody big and strong like that. And he did get the power down, so this way he's not totally uncontrollable. So like I said, who do you think? And I'll have more reviews up, so check back often.